everybody. Mary Dean Esquire here at the wallstreetlawyer.com, going live on blackwallstreet.com because Black wealth is critical to Black power. Also, live streaming on Fly Nubian Queen, a place where Black women have a voice. And I am one of those proud Black women. So get in here. Shout out to Boyce Watkins for that. Shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins. I remember that time I was interning for State Representative Dr. Alma A. Allen, and she made sure you always had to say that she was a doctor. She was State Representative Dr. Alma A. Allen. She did not play about that. So shout out to my beautiful mentor, and shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins for allowing me the opportunity to go live on his platform. Also going live on Instagram. Let me make sure, because you actually have to do that separately. I make sure that everything, okay, so everything is going. Hit the share and subscribe button because I got some good news. Some good news. I'm really excited about this transition that we have going on and what it's looking like. It is looking like we have Black women leaving Hollywood. And you say, well, how many? Well, first remember not too long ago, we had a lot of Black women complaining about Hollywood. We had Monique, who went on her tour. And what's the other young lady that went on tour? And it seemed like it wasn't heard. Taraji P. Henson with The Color Purple. It wasn't heard until she said it. And, Tone and Monique could tell you, she say she a fat Black woman. So America didn't receive it. The Black community didn't receive it the same way as when Taraji had her say in it. And mind you, Taraji employed one of the white woman's favorite tools, and those good old tears. They always come in handy when that feminine energy pours out in distress and tears start falling down that pretty little cheeks. She was heard. So shout out to them. Shout out to everybody, all my Black women out there in media doing their thug thizzle. But I'm excited right now because I love the beautiful Issa Rae. Oh, let's see here. We're going to share my screen. I forgot to set that up. Share screen. I think it's this one. No, maybe it's this one. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah. Because we're talking about Issa Rae today. And I'm so proud of this sister. I was very proud of her. I've always been a huge fan, because those of you who don't know, I am Mary Dean Esquire at thewallstreetlawyer.com. But my goal was not to become the Wall Street lawyer. I didn't move to first California after I pitched my show. We made the LA Times out there in Cali. I went to Producers Boot Camp, and then from California, I stayed in Cali only about 6 months. Then I moved to New York City and became the wallstreetlawyer.com. But for those who truly know me, know that my goal was not to be the wallstreetlawyer.com. I wanted to be Spike Lee, or maybe Issa Rae. Now we can say Issa Rae. And so Issa Rae has been doing beautiful things in her career, beautiful things to move the needle forward for the culture. I remember seeing this meme on Instagram where Issa Rae says, when they asked her, who are you voting for to win? Who do you want to win? And Issa Rae said, I'm voting for everyone's Black. I'm rooting for everyone who's Black. And so I just love that sentiment. I love a Black queen who stands for Black things. And Issa Rae is doing her Black things. So let's get into it. Issa Rae says, she's actually said some interesting things about how she's calling out Hollywood for what she describes as backtracking on commitments made to improving diversity and representation on screen. In an interview with Time, the award-winning creative said that the cancellation of her Max show Rap Shit. Oops, I'm sorry. I forget. I know I'm grown, but I don't think YouTube is as grown as I am. Got a censor. So Rap Bing. That's what they've been doing on the show. So let me get back to this. I gotta love Issa. So in an interview with Time, the award-winning creative said that the cancellation of her Max show Rap Bing after 2 seasons appears to be a regression from the diversity, equity, and inclusion promises made by industry leaders back in 2020. Following the death of George Floyd and the subsequent racial reckoning it sparked. Aha! So back then, everybody was playing the race card, and we were going to do all this stuff for diversity, and they green lights her show, and she's only on for 2 seasons, and now she's got a lot to say about that. I've never seen Hollywood this scared and clueless, and at the mercy of Wall Street, the Insecure star and creator said, referencing the recent cuts to Black programming. Hollywood companies pledged millions towards supporting diverse projects in 2020, including commitments from director J. Abrams and his wife Katie McGarth's production company Bad Robot and Netflix. Abrams and McGarth promised $10 million over 5 years to organizations and efforts committed to anti-racist agendas, and Netflix pledged $5 million to support Black creators, Black youth, and Black-owned businesses, the LA Times reported. But it appears that within the last few years, there's been a shift. Rap Bing was one of the several Black-led shows canceled in 2023. Other shows included The Wonder Years, a Black Ladies. Oh, I love The Wonder Years. A Black Lady sketch show, Grand Crew, Southside, and All Rise. The previous year in 2022, Raising Dion, that was good to me too. Queens was good, and Ray's reality show, Sweet Life, Los Angeles, were also canceled. The recent cancellations of Black-led series hasn't gone unnoticed among fans either. So we also been chiming in. That little DEI wave in media post 2020 was short-lived, one person wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. I can't with this, formerly known as Twitter, formerly known as Prince, listing several of the canceled shows. The canceling of Rap Bing is yet another slap in the face to us and our stories. It's especially hurtful for those of us that came up during an era where there were countless Black shows on TV. Now we have to search far and wide, and even then the quality may be questionable, another person added. Ray, founder of Hooray Media, an independent production company, said it's frustrating that diverse programming is often in the front line when it comes to programming cuts. And all I gotta say, this is first of all, let's be clear. The only reason why these other networks promise to give us content in the first place was because race matters was at the height of our psyche. It was at the forefront with the murder of George Floyd. And so everything, was wanting to be Black created, support Black creative, support the Black community. It was the trendy thing to do. But now that trend is now over and everybody has gone about their business, is no longer at the forefront, no one is concerned, while Black people have still been dying in the streets, while there are still inequalities amid America, because this is America. It's just not popular as it was then. And because that we have lost that traction and popularity, let me remind you, an empire of their own, how the Jews invented Hollywood. I don't, you can't really expect your enemy to really give you anything. And even that fake love that we got when they killed George Floyd on that, on the internet, on Beyonce's internet for all of us to see. It's just, we have to forge our own. That's all I have to say. We have to be about the business of being about our own business. You can't expect your massa, you can't expect your oppressor to give you anything. And when they gave it to us, it was just so that they could make more money, because it was the popular trendy thing to do. And so I if you can read my comment there, I know you were making so Issa Rae spoke. I met her on Wall Street. She came at it was at, what is that, Cipriani, big old, the buildings in New York are huge. And so I have my office on Wall Street in New York, but I also used to live on Wall Street when I lived in New York City. not that long ago, right before the pandemic. I moved home during the pandemic, home in Houston, Texas, out there, H-Town. Okay, back to the story. So I see that they're having this event at Cipriani. I go back upstairs, get dressed, go walk next door, walk in. Issa Rae is one of the people there. T-Pain performed. And so I think this might have been Rihanna's drop of her Fenty beauty line, or Fenty clothing line. I think that's what it was. The event on Wall Street. At any rate, Issa Rae made a joke on stage, and I was blessed to be able to meet this beautiful Black queen afterwards. And I tell her, I got her back on Wall Street, and I said it then, and I said it now, and I said to any of you out there who are brave enough, bold souls, to start your own business, to chart your own path, to create your own destiny, to be in charge of your life, to demand that you deserve more, that your family deserves more, that your community deserves more, and you're doing more than paying it lip service. You are doing something about it. You have taken the bull by the horns. You have taken your destiny by the horns, and you've decided to do something about it. Well, you're going to need a team. You're going to need people in your corner that have your back. You're going to need advice from people who have specialized in other areas, who have done the things and work with people who are doing the things that you want to do, so that you can shorten your journey from where you are now to where you want to be. And I'm proud to say that I am one of those people, especially if you are about the business of supporting our community, because Black wealth is critical to Black power. So shout out to Issa Rae. She's not the only one. We know our good sister, Keke Palmer. She's also said that she's retiring from Hollywood. She's actually, when was the date of this? January 31st, 2024. Keke Palmer says her retirement from Hollywood is around the corner. The multi-hyphenate, that's what they're calling her. Multi-hyphenate also opens up about what she wants her legacy to be, saying it's important to use what you have to create spaces and systems for other people to thrive. And all I got to say is that is exactly what I am doing. I'm using what I have, which is my practice, my law degree. I'm a 17-year practicing attorney, artist, and activist, using what I have, right, to create safe spaces so that you can thrive in your Black-owned business, so that you can thrive in your community, so that your family can thrive, so that you can leave generational wealth. I also do estate planning, so that you can leave behind that generational wealth. So Keke Palmer has been in the entertainment industry since she was a tween. She's getting candid about her future in Hollywood. The 30-year-old actress, singer, and TV host recently told Teen Vogue that she plans on retiring at some point, likely sooner than later. I don't know. I think the timer has started, Palmer said with a laugh. I think it's because I just haven't felt it yet, but the timer, I know that it's around the corner. I don't know when exactly, but it's around the corner. So shout out to her for retirement being around the corner at 30, girl. That's what happened when you put them kids to work. But as for legacy, she would like to leave behind. The Emmy-winning actress explained that it's important for her to create a path to help her son, Leo, and other creators. The main thing I want those legacies to be is a call to use your power for good. All right, girl. To use what you have to create spaces and systems for other people to thrive, Palmer said. I just don't believe in holding everything. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I'm not a coward. What would that do? I think it's based in fear. And it is. And it is. If I'm speaking on it from a compassionate place, I think people that gatekeep are afraid. So I'm not scared. That's what I'm talking about. And if you be honest, Hollywood was made by the Jews, for the Jews, and to advance their kind. It was not made for you. And so I can't, gatekeeping, shame on them. But, do you expect people to make a club and decide who they want to go in that club and be in that club? And sure, you can come in because you have people that consume, and I want your target market. So I'm going to leverage your skin color, leverage your art, your craft, and not give you what you're worth with it, though. Not give you what you're worth, not pay you what you deserve. And I'm going to make you do some humiliating things in order to be here. I'm going to make a mockery of you. And so shout out to the, seems like the Black women are leading the way and being very vocal about charting their own path, creating their own destiny. And I am here for it. I am Mary Dean Esquire at thewallstreetlawyer.com. You can find me online on all social media at The Wall Street Lawyer. You can also find me at blackwallstreet.com, because Black wealth is critical to Black power. And I'm out.